Alrighty folks, so today's project is to get cattle moved. So I don't think I've really shown them yet on any of the full length regular videos, but I've got a few head of cattle now. I got a couple of them the end of last year and another one beginning of this year, I think it was. I've got a couple Angus and I've got one Hereford. So currently they are up in this area. So this the middle woods is over here. That's where I had the pigs last year. And then this kind of pasture-ish area goes up beside the middle woods and then kind of stretches out above the middle woods as well. But it doesn't go past, it butts up to the MVP pipeline that goes through here. And I want to get them moved from there down to this pasture over here. Previously they were over in the side field, so I don't want to move them into that one again now, but move them down into this one. Now the thing that's going to make this a bit of a project is that while the two Angus, they aren't too bad to get moved around. If I come up here with a bucket and a little bit of sweet feed in it, they'll come running pretty quick. So they would definitely follow me from this gate down to that gate. The Hereford, on the other hand, is not quite so friendly. She really doesn't want to get near me. I don't know what it is that she has against me, but she doesn't really care to follow me or anything. Often she'll even go the opposite direction. So what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to set up some temporary fence from that gate post there down to I'm not sure, gate post over there. And then that way I can just leave this gate open, and I'm sure the two Angus are going to follow me over there real quick because they want the new fresh grass, and I'll have a little bit of sweet feed. The Hereford, I think it's just going to be a matter of waiting for her to decide to move in her own sweet time, and then once she's over there I can pull out the temporary fence, shut that gate, and then leave them into that pasture for a little while. Alright, so for this, I'm just using some old poly wire. It's kind of a nylon rope sort of stuff that's got little metal wires that run through it. Hey, there's the Hereford right there. Maybe she'll move easier than I thought she would. And so you can electrify this. I don't know if I will or not. This fence isn't turned on at the moment, and a lot of what goes around that field actually isn't even hooked up yet. So it really doesn't matter whether this has a charge on it or not. So we'll just tie this on here. Alright, now throw some step-in stakes in here, if I can get them in. Alright, hopefully they'll be able to see that when they come through the fence, or come through the gate. Alright, so now we're going to go for a little walk, see if we can find any of them. I know I did see that Hereford up here, so I don't want to scare her off too much if I walk up this direction, but if I can at least get the Angus coming down through here, it'd be good if I could get them moved into the other field. They're probably somewhere off in the shade, because the last couple days have been the warmest by far that it's been this year. It's been up in like the mid-upper 70s, so it feels a whole lot hotter out right now than it probably really is, but it's just because I haven't quite gotten used to these temperatures yet. Well, I spotted the Hereford and her little baby, just kind of jumped her out of the weeds, They're over here. I'm looping back around again, but I still haven't found the Angus yet. I think it's kind of amazing how easily they can just kind of disappear into all this brush around here. For as large of animals as they are, it really doesn't take much to just kind of for them to disappear. You know, I don't know, what are they, 1,200, 13, 1,400 pound animal, something like that. Just kind of blend right in with everything else and you don't even know they're there. All right, well, I'm not sure where they're hiding to where I can't find them and they aren't hearing me rattling the bucket of feed around. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna shut this gate back because I wanna try and get them to associate me with the bucket of feed with moving pastures. I don't want them just to kind of come down here and be like, oh, the gate's open, and just move of their own accord. I kind of want to have a little bit of, I don't know, procedure to it so that they associate different things together with trying to get stuff moved from pasture to pasture. I am going to leave a little bit of feed in this one bucket. I'm going to leave it on their side of the gate, and hopefully that may, they see the bucket sitting there, it may coax them to come down into this area. I'll come back up here a little bit later this afternoon and see if they're down around in here and try moving them again then. All right, well, it's the next morning. I came up here again yesterday later afternoon and I still didn't see them anywhere, so I didn't really feel like hiking around again. So we're gonna see if they're anywhere down here closer this morning and see if we can't get at least the two Angus moved. Looky who I finally spotted. Got one of them here, the other one, yeah, she's kind of hard to see. She's back up in there further. See if we can get them to go all the way back over to the other end where the gate is. Decided to give them a little halfway snack here. Keep them good and incentivized to keep on following me. All right, we're almost there. They're starting to slow down a little bit. I think they're getting tired of following me for very little reward. Come on, girls, let's go. Come on. Come on. I don't know if this is a bad idea to get further away from them or not. Thought maybe they would get curious and start walking this way. I'm getting all the neighbors' cows coming over this way. Now this is interesting. Huh. Look at that. There's no water coming out of the tube over here for the spring. Well, that's something that now needs to be checked out for today. Well, isn't that interesting? Yeah, I see movement up there. The younger one's starting to come this way. They aren't going to be very happy when they find out that this isn't for them. Come on, girls. They're probably going to get distracted on the way from there to over here with all this nice, tall, fresh green grass. Nah, come on. Leave that alone. Leave that. Hey, psh, don't go messing with the string. Come on. Quit it. Hey, come on. Let's go. No, why are you going for the string? That's, no, hey, psh, come on. There we go. Well, you know the grass must be pretty tasty when they're going for that instead of that sweet feed, because I dumped the sweet feed out on the ground right over there, and that one took a little nibble of it, went right on past it, kept on going for the grass. Obviously, she hasn't even gotten over that far yet. She's not not too interested in it either. So I'm just gonna leave both that gate and that gate, wherever that is up there, open, because like I said, I'm still trying to get that Hereford to come down through here. So I'm hoping that if I leave them open, she'll kind of happen to come over this direction, see the gate's open, and make her way on down through here, and then I can shut this gate up and have them closed into this field down here. I'm gonna see if the Hereford's gonna go where I want her to. I started kind of pushing her down towards the gate, and at the moment, she's heading right where I want her to. As long as she keeps on going through the next gate, you're gonna be golden. A little bit further, a little bit further. We're in, we're in. All right, well, all the cattle are now down in that field. That went a little bit better than I thought it was going to. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to push that Hereford cow around through here and get her to go down through the gate, but she actually behaved pretty well. And that's like the first time that has ever happened that she's behaved well. So I guess at this point I can take down this little temporary polywire pathway, whatever you want to call it, thing here. And I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this section off of the main reel, and then I'll just kind of coil this up and label it that this is the right length for doing this. So that way, if I ever need to put up this little laneway here again, that's the word I was looking for, laneway. If I ever need to put this laneway up again, I'll already have this one pre-cut and ready to go, and I can just string this back out and I don't have to mess with the spool of it. Alrighty folks, well that is going to kind of wrap it up for today's video with getting the cows moved. The more I do this, the better it's going to go. They're just going to get more used to kind of how things are working, and if I start heading one way with feed, to kind of follow along behind. The Hereford is slowly getting a little bit more comfortable around me. She still doesn't come up, but when I come out with sweet feed, she'll at least kind of stand there and watch for a little bit before she starts heading in the opposite direction. So hopefully throughout the summer, that'll start going a little bit more smoothly as she hopefully begins to trust me just a little bit more, that I'm not gonna, I don't even know what it is that she thinks I'm going to do to her, but whatever it is, that I'm not going to be doing that. So that is going to be it for today's video. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.